What is going on, guys? Thank you so very much for stopping by the channel once again today. I got a little bit of extra for you. It is June 13th, 2022. I am JD from New York. As always, coming to you from the OTS venue. Thank you guys so very much for joining me on your Monday afternoons, wherever you may be. I wish I was coming to you with some better news today, man. We got a release coming out of NXT. Thunder Rosa being accused of sandbagging Marina Shafir, and Jeff Hardy being arrested again, charged with a DUI while driving under the influence with a suspended, revoked license. This would be his third violation in 10 years. Also, I got news on Andrade, why he can't work the Forbidden Door pay-per-view between AEW and New Japan Pro Wrestling. All this plus so much more right here on OTS. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. 1,000 likes minimum on today's OTS Extra. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for all notifications. Make sure you guys go follow me on social media at JD from NY206. That's Twitter and Instagram. And make sure you guys go check out the podcast from last night. We were live on YouTube with OTS 423, talking about all the news and rumors in the past week, as well as all the other live streams on the channel. We got Monday Night Raw, we got AEW Dynamite, we got Friday Night SmackDown, bunch of extras thrown in there about Edge and Cody Rhodes. Everything you guys need to stay up to date, it's all on the homepage, so go check that out if you missed any of the content from the last 7 days. Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy was arrested, charged with a DUI while using a suspended/canceled license. Now, I think we can speak for the majority of the community here where we say we love Jeff Hardy and we love both Jeff and Matt Hardy, the Hardy Boys, and we want to see them get the help that Jeff anyway, Matt seems to be on the right path. Family man, so is Jeff, but Jeff can't seem to get his demons under control, man. Jeff, we all love Jeff. We all want to see Jeff get the proper help that he needs, so desperately needs. And we all thought, and I thought, that Jeff Hardy going to AEW, working alongside Matt, getting that Hardy Boys reunion on the road and doing what he's got to do with brother Matt, that everything would be all right and we would get Jeff Hardy back on the road to somewhat of a normal life, away from all of those demons, at least suppress them for the time being, working in that locker room, working in AEW, and working alongside his brother on television. Jeff Hardy's been charged with driving while under the influence with a canceled license, revoked license, however you want to put it. And this is another problem, a third violation in the last 10 years. Hardy is still in custody after driving under the influence with this suspended license. Still in custody at the S. James Foxman Justice Center in Daytona Beach, Florida. And has a cash bond of $3,500, $500 for the license charges, and $2,500 for the DUI. You guys can see his mugshot there with the violations that he is charged with. Jeff Hardy is slated to appear in front of a judge for the first time, or for the first hearing, I should say, on June 15th. Wouldn't be the first time. For the first hearing on June 15th for this latest violation at 1:30 p.m. The license charges are second-degree misdemeanors, and the DUI is a third-degree felony. This is the latest arrest for Jeff Hardy due to a substance abuse issue, as he was previously arrested in March of 2018 for driving while impaired in Concord, North Carolina, and then again in July 2019, where he was arrested in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, for public intoxication. At least at that point in Myrtle Beach, he wasn't driving behind the fucking wheel of a moving vehicle, putting other dangers and other lives in danger. So I don't understand why this is still a thing for Jeff Hardy. I'm not saying that, his demons should automatically go away because he's working with brother Matt, but getting behind the fucking wheel of a vehicle and driving while impaired, you would think you would have better judgment in that situation. So at least that was public intoxication and he wasn't behind the fucking wheel of a vehicle. In October 2019, he was arrested in Moore County, North Carolina, for driving while impaired. Hardy is currently advertised to work a triple threat match this Wednesday with Matt Hardy against the Young Bucks and Jurassic Express in a ladder match for the tag team titles on AEW Dynamite. This, again, you know, we all hope that this would be behind us, and this would be all behind Jeff. You know, I can't really sit here and chastise him for his problems and his substance abuse issues and his demons. You know, people deal with their demons in a variety of different ways. I don't know how many times I've said I've talked about my family's issues with substance abuse and how I've seen them just deteriorate year over year over year. Some days it's good, some days it's bad. Some days it's okay. Some days it's like a fucking tornado that you wish you were never a part of, man. It is ridiculous. And it's draining mentally. And it's even more draining for the people that are being affected by it that are not abusing such substances. It is just mentally and physically draining on everybody involved. I don't know what Jeff Hardy is thinking here, getting behind the fucking... If you want to drink, then drink fucking responsibly. Everybody loves to drink and have a good time. But this is the part I don't understand. This is the part I don't understand. Getting behind the wheel, knowing that you have a revoked fucking license, getting behind the wheel impaired, driving, and not having a fucking care in the world. That is reckless. That is selfishness beyond anything I could really comprehend to you guys and spew to you guys. I don't know. I don't know what his status is for Wednesday. I don't know how Tony Khan's going to handle this. I don't know what AEW is going to do about it. It'll probably be a fucking black and blue slap on the wrist for AEW. This is the first time they have to deal with Jeff Hardy. Slap on the wrist for Jeff Hardy. We'll see you on Wednesday in the tag team match. Hardy's not going to win the fucking tag team titles, but we'll see you on Wednesday. You can go out there and put on a great show. I don't know. I don't know what the reason is for his demons and his alcohol issues. I don't know what's going on in his personal life. But at the end of the day, you know, none of that matters. We all just want him to get better. We all just want him to get better. We all want him to feel good. We all want him to look good. But getting behind the fucking wheel of a vehicle, of a fucking vehicle with a revoked license, you can't be that fucking stupid. You can't. There has to be, I don't know what the situation was. I don't know where he was drinking, who he was drinking with, who he was around. I don't know. There's so many fucking questions. Why would anybody let this guy knowingly, seeing this guy drink, fucking watch this guy get behind the fucking a driver's wheel? Why? Get behind the fucking wheel of a vehicle. Why would anybody allow that as soon as you are in a fucking public place with others, with other people that you know, and you see Jeff Hardy there? Bro, the keys. I need your keys. I don't understand. How the fuck did he get to where he was going? How the fuck did he get to where he was going? And why did he get behind the fucking... What, did he drive his fucking vehicle there with a revoked license? I don't get it. I got so many fucking questions about how somebody can continue to make mistakes like this, man. I get that you want to drink. Fine. Deal with your demons in your own fucking way. But getting behind the fucking getting behind the wheel of a vehicle. I can't defend that, man. I can't sit here and give this guy any more sympathy. I can't do it. I can't do it. No matter how fucking drunk you are, man. That's the one thing you should know. It's the one thing you should know. And that's the one thing that should be taken fucking care of before you even start putting alcohol on your lips. It's ridiculous. I genuinely hope he gets the help he needs. I really do. I don't know what Tony Khan's going to do about this. I don't know what Tony Khan's going to say about this. But here we are. Taken for fools again, man. Yeah, the AEW fucking hate accounts are going to have a blast with this one. This would have happened anywhere. This would have happened under Vince's watch. This is something that would happen under Bruce's watch. No different. It doesn't matter where he works. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. I think everybody kind of anticipated this was going to happen. We're surprised that it hasn't happened already with him being there. Ridiculous, man. I seriously hope he gets the help that he so desperately needs because we want to see him right. We want to see him right. And I don't know what his status is for Wednesday. I guess we'll find out on Wednesday, and we'll find out as the weeks go on or the days go on. what AEW plans to do about Jeff Hardy. I got news on All Out. All Out is heading back to Chicago. According to Fightful Select, AEW still plans for All Out to emanate from the Chicago area. The report noted that, according to sources, talent has been told that the Now Arena in Hoffman Estates is the planned venue. Both the 2019 and 2021 All Out pay-per-view events took place in the Now Arena. The 2020 event aired from Daly's Place in Jacksonville, Florida, due to the COVID-19 pandemic restrictions. Several new champions will be crowned ahead of All Out 2022, with Jon Moxley set to face Hiroshi Tanahashi for the AEW Interim World Heavyweight Championship at Forbidden Door, and the inaugural All-Atlantic champion will also be determined at the Forbidden Door on June 26th. I do know AEW President Tony Khan was previously hinting that the event might be moved from the Windy City for this year's show, but nothing was really set in stone, as the company simply said that they were exploring options, with the Forbidden Door taking place at the United Center. I don't know. Hoffman Estates is great. The Now Arena is great, but the company running such a huge show there, I honestly think they're leaving a lot of money on the table by not moving it to a different city and into a larger venue. The Now Arena does 10, 11,000 maybe, pushing it to 12,000, whereas the United Center, AEW is going to fill 15, 16,000 seats for the Forbidden Door pay-per-view. They had almost 17,000 for CM Punk's first dance back after 7 years. The company is definitely leaving money on the table. I would have definitely explored options, but exploring options at this point still might be too late in the game for Tony Khan, and the Now Arena may be the only option that he has right now. Obviously, the United Center would fit into that, but the United Center might be booked up by the time we get to All Out 2022. And going outside the city of Chicago for All Out, it might run into a problem. AEW might run into a problem that they don't have the scheduling on their side to book a bigger venue to house such a big event for All Out. So they're going with a Now Arena show. They're going with what they know. And the typical Chicago feel in September, that Labor Day weekend, is going to be very familiar with all of AEW just descending upon the city for All Out 2022. Hopefully CM Punk will be back by that time, and we will get this World Championship situation under control. But that is the plan right now. The Now Arena in Chicago, Hoffman Estates, that is the planned venue for All Out 2022. Speaking of AEW, man, Andrade, a lot of people were claiming that he should have won, including me and Jesse, that he should have won the Battle Royal on Wednesday's Dynamite to go wrestle Jon Moxley in the main event of Dynamite on Wednesday to go to the Forbidden Door. Now, we don't know why that wasn't booked or why that wasn't a thought process in Tony Khan's head. I was told on Wednesday that Andrade can't work with New Japan because of some bullshit that's going on with CMLL and AAA. I was told that from a direct source in AEW. So now Andrade is saying the same thing. My question is, and I'll show you the tweet up here just so that you guys are aware of what's going on. He says, I can't work with New Japan Pro Wrestling. Thanks, CMLL and AAA. So Conan, obviously, as you see there, we have nothing to do with New Japan or CMLL, Arcane Divisions. I don't know what that means. I don't know why Andrade would put that on there and then Conan kind of deflect his fucking tweet. I don't know what that means, but I heard this same thing from a direct source in AEW, and I have questions, man. I have a lot of questions. I don't know what it is with Andrade, but FTR, I know for a fact FTR's worked CMLL or AAA shows. They worked Mexico shows. They were the AAA Tag Team Champions at one fucking point. So is it all AEW talent? Or is it just Andrade? Seemingly looks like it's just Andrade. I don't really understand why AEW can't be mixing it up with New Japan and some New Japan fucking talent can't be doing CMLL and AAA. Andrade falls into that category, but FTR, they were the AAA Tag Team Champions at one point. And I don't really understand why Andrade couldn't win the Battle Royal and go into the main event. Not taking anything away from Kyle O'Reilly at all, but I mean, Kyle O'Reilly's a bigger star in AEW than Andrade is right now, and Andrade's been there for over a year and a half now. Kyle O'Reilly just came in, and he's seemingly getting more opportunities than Andrade ever got, and Andrade is one of the best pro wrestlers on the face of the fucking planet. So even though this was a situation, or is a situation with Andrade, why couldn't he win the Battle Royal and wrestle somebody that he is familiar with in the fucking same locker room that he shares a locker room with Jon Moxley? You mean to tell me you couldn't put a match together with two guys that share the same fucking locker room together because of situations with New Japan Pro Wrestling, CMLL, and AAA? Doesn't really make sense to me. Again, not complaining that we got the Kyle O'Reilly match, but if you want to resuscitate Andrade and start building Andrade up, I think that would be a great way to start. But I don't understand it. You guys want a reason why Andrade's not booked for the Forbidden Door yet? Who's Andrade going to wrestle? They got Roosh coming in. What's going on? He's not going to be on the fucking show, according to the tweet, which sucks because Andrade should absolutely fucking be there. Any more news on this, I'll keep you guys updated on Wednesday when Jesse and I go live with the AEW Dynamite post show right here on Off the Script. Troy Donovan. Who the fuck is that, JD? I didn't know who the fuck he was before they gave him the name of Two Dimes in NXT. Former NXT star Troy Two Dimes Donovan is released. WWE released him from his contract. As previously reported last night, he was let go due to a policy issue. It was added that WWE might bring him back this year. Donovan took to Twitter to comment on being let go by saying, and I quote, "Thank you to everyone who reached out. Mistakes happen and lessons are learned. A bump in the road doesn't define me, though. I will be back," end quote. Now, Donovan signed with WWE earlier this year, and this was something that, nobody really knew of who he was. They paired him with Tony D'Angelo, and they got this La Familia group with, Tony D'Angelo leading his own faction against Legado del Fantasma. He, again, like I said, was later paired with D'Angelo and Channing Stacks Lorenzo on the developmental brand, NXT 2.0. In recent weeks, Donovan has been featured on television as part of the D'Angelo and Santos Escobar storyline, and we got a match out of them on the In Your House show that they just did on June 4th. So I don't know what this means. I don't know what had happened here due to a policy issue. I don't know what the fucking policy issue was. It was added that WWE might bring him back within the next year. I don't know. It couldn't be that serious. It definitely was serious enough to fucking levy him a huge fucking slap on the wrist, and then we'll maybe bring him back. At that point, Tony D'Angelo may be on the fucking main roster for all we fucking know. So what's the point of bringing him back if he's not going to be a part of the Tony D'Angelo group? Not that that fucking matters anyway, because WWE would probably call one of them up and then fucking bury the rest of them on NXT 2.0 or change their names or give them new gimmicks, whatever the case may be. But a policy issue seemingly sounds like it may be a drug-related substance issue that he wasn't really aware of, or he might have been aware of, and they found out about it and they levied this huge this punishment down on him. Release, that's the ultimate punishment, and they let him go. But they did leave the door open for him to come back. I don't know what it is. Hopefully we find out soon. But whatever the case may be, he was just literally on TV Tuesday, and now Tony D'Angelo is going to have to replace Two Dimes in the group that he's leading on NXT 2.0. Tony D'Angelo, there was news that he got hurt at a house show because NXT just started going back on the road. We don't know how serious the issue is, but Dave Meltzer did talk about it on The Observer this past weekend, saying that Tony D'Angelo, the entire injury might be a storyline, and if it is a real injury, it's not all that serious whatsoever. So WWE, in their typical form and fashion, probably making out the injury to be worse than it really is. But Dave Meltzer says it's either a complete work or it is not at all anywhere near serious as everybody expected it to be with all the surrounding rumor on social media. So we got Tony D'Angelo and his group suffering a little hiccup, a little bump in the road here. So we'll see what happens with him on NXT 2.0. And then finally, guys, we got a report coming out of AEW that Thunder Rosa is being accused of sandbagging Marina Shafir during AEW Dynamite last Wednesday in their women's championship match. Thunder Rosa was recently in action against Marina Shafir on last week's Dynamite. Some fans thought the match had some clunky spots, including one geek online who thought it was a perfect example of a wrestler sandbagging and no selling for their opponent. So we got former AEW Women's Champion Britt Baker, as well as Marina Shafir liking tweets from this person that was accusing Rosa of sandbagging during their match. You know, on Wednesday, we typically talk about these little things that we know from, inside the company. Jesse's been absolutely correct on what everybody feels about Britt Baker. And, there's a little disdain there, I believe. You can see it on the substance. We don't really know the inner workings of it, but you could see something bubbling up on the surface. There's a little dislike there from the Thunder Rosa camp and the Britt Baker camp. And with Britt Baker liking a tweet, pretty much burying Thunder Rosa, I mean, that's all the evidence that you really need, because if you're in that locker room and you're a colleague of Thunder Rosa, why would you go out there and like tweets about somebody defaming her and putting her on blast on social media? You should stay your distance and keep your fucking feelings to yourself. But here Britt Baker and Marina Shafir are on social media liking tweets from this fucking unrecognizable troll who may be somebody in the Britt Baker and Marina Shafir camp for all the fuck we know. I don't know. So Britt Baker and Marina Shafir liking tweets from this geek online accusing Rosa of sandbagging during the match. They wrote, and I quote, "It's been a long time since I've seen a match where somebody so obviously tried to make themselves look better than their opponent by sandbagging and no selling. But I just saw a perfect example of it on Dynamite. It might just look like a bad match to the untrained eye, but it's pretty clear. Like, who the fuck are you that you have a trained eye over everybody else watching the same fucking show that you are? A bad match to the untrained eye, but it's pretty clear when someone doesn't want to play ball, which sucks because it just makes you and your opponent look bad." This isn't the first time Thunder Rosa has been accused of sandbagging, and Ivelisse actually discussed this and her issues with Thunder Rosa on an interview with Chris Van Vliet last September. She recalled them having the same issues in Lucha Underground, but after they worked on the indies together, it didn't happen again, so she thought Rosa learned her lesson. However, they worked a September 2020 match on Dynamite, and their match fell apart from that point on. When that day came, she didn't want to do anything. I'm like, what? No, this match will be awesome, but I'm also trying to knock it out of the park. Even at the start with the slap, we went over that 1 million times. We knew. She forgets what comes after. I had no choice but to nudge her in the face. That's when the shoot stuff happened. I've trained in MMA. You can't pull that on me. I just didn't want to allow that negativity. I didn't want to be pulled into that. She tried and tried, though. Also, I was already signed. Why would I do that? Somehow I was made into the bad guy, though. There's nothing that can be done about that. But the bigger issue is not understanding what kind of an asset I could be. End quote. I don't know what fucking match this fucking geek watched on Wednesday. What I watched is somebody who is professional at her craft wrestle somebody who absolutely, unequivocally fucking sucks. I don't know what the fuck you watched, but I watched somebody in there that doesn't know what the fuck that they're doing, man. Marina Shafir may be one of the worst women's professional wrestlers that I've seen with my own two eyes, and I've been watching wrestling since the fucking wee age of 4 years old, man. I'm a 40-year-old grown man. I know what's good and I know what's bad. I know who works good and I know who works bad. Marina Shafir was really laying it in on some of those shots earlier in the match before the supposed fucking sandbagging issue. It was the fucking suplex that they actually tweeted out, and they gift a visual of the suplex that Thunder Rosa sandbagged her during the fucking suplex. Nobody's calling out the fact that Marina Shafir may have fucking knocked Thunder Rosa loopy with some of those fucking forearm shots or some of the kicks that she was throwing, to a point where Thunder Rosa couldn't get through to Marina Shafir. So she said, you know what, I'm just going to fucking end up sandbagging here. I didn't see any sandbagging. I wouldn't know what sandbagging looks like. I just looked at the match and I really attributed to, she doesn't know what the fuck she's doing. I don't know what the fuck she was going for. I don't know what the fuck she was going for, man. How do you fuck up a short arm suplex? She fucked it up. I don't think Thunder Rosa is sandbagging anybody. And honestly, I don't really think Thunder Rosa is in a position to be blamed for anything here, man. Look at what the company's done with her fucking title reign. I don't know what's been said backstage. I don't know what she said. I don't know what her husband has said, but all I know is things need to start getting back on the right track. She may be feeling slighted, and she may be feeling that her voice isn't being heard. So what other way to get somebody's attention than go out there and fucking maybe teach Marina Shafir a fucking lesson? Why is the match happening? Why is she getting a championship match over everybody else that's underneath me? Why is this happening? Why is this coming together right before the show? There's so many things wrong that nobody seems to pinpoint and fucking point the question of blame at. I don't understand it. The match should have never happened. Marina Shafir shouldn't even been in the fucking top 5. How the fuck did she get in the top 5? We talked about this on Wednesday. There was no sandbagging there. All I saw was somebody that doesn't know how to wrestle in Marina Shafir. So we'll see if this comes to light or this gains traction on social media. But apparently, this tweet, I don't know who the fuck this is. We got tweets from people getting 118 likes on social media. Oh, 118 likes, man. I won't be surprised if this is somebody from the Britt Baker or Marina Shafir camp who seemingly is still in their feels about what happened on Wednesday, even though we all know as a fucking fan base that what happened on Wednesday shouldn't have happened on Wednesday. We need to start doing better. Guys, I'm getting out of here. Thank you so much for all your support. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that thumbs up. Let me know what you guys think about the Jeff Hardy situation. Was I a little too hard on Jeff Hardy, or is somebody like that who is out there drinking and potentially driving without a license? The questions are valid. Why are you getting behind the wheel of a vehicle, knowing that you have a fucking suspended license, drinking, mind you, and still getting behind the wheel of a vehicle? Where were his friends? Who was he out drinking with? Why did they allow this to happen? We don't know any of the fucking story. We don't know anything. All we know is that he got arrested, and we see a fucking mugshot the very next day on social media. So let me know what you guys think about that, and let me know what you think of the Andrade situation, as well as apparently he can't work Forbidden Door because of CMLL and AAA. I'll see you guys tonight for Monday Night Raw. Thank you so very much. Hit that thumbs up, and I'll see you tonight live on YouTube for Off the Script.